Alright, so this is a private park. I don't really see any bathrooms. FHA, St. Francis Housing Association. So I have a right to travel on the roads and the sidewalks. That's my right, okay, for passageway from one place to the next. You can't have anybody blocking your access anywhere, alright? So there's people who are just hanging out on the sidewalk and just standing in your way and blocking your travel. That's illegal. I also have a right to record anything on my travels too, anything within the viewing distance, but I can't go on people's private property and peek through the windows. That would be illegal. But in turn, if I were to stop and just record, I'm kind of blocking people's travels, and that can come into some controversy. That's a concern. That's, when there's cops out on patrol, they patrol to open up our travel ways, because there's always a case where access to traveling gets blocked by accident or protesters. I find it interesting how it's supposed to be so distinctive, where a couple inches over off of the path, suddenly it's illegal. There's property owners who fight over inches between their properties. So that can come into controversy if you stray off of the path just a little bit. And I notice that tends to be a controversy that's brought up with the First Amendment auditors, is people, when they're getting their properties recorded, the government buildings getting recorded, they'll remind these First Amendment people that you stay off of the lawn, pretty much. So there's people who will make a big deal out of you going onto their lawns, straying off this path. And then there are people like the homeless who will block the paths in certain parts, which can become pretty problematic too. It depends on where you're at, though. I'm not sure how the cities have to, in a way, just take it by a individual and case by case basis, location by location basis. A lot of times, if the property owner has difficulty with too many people getting on their property, they'll definitely put up a fence, and some will even hire private security to patrol the area, so they can have the ones who are allowed on the property to travel freely. But that might be based on a complaint system. When you see private security, they're not just making up that idea. When there's private security, that's a good chance it's probably on a complaint basis. You get enough bothersome complaints and you have to do something, spend a little extra money on security, and that takes away from money towards just arts, making that look nicer, landscaping. So in conclusion, it seems like your right to record coincides with your right to travel. The same locations which your access to. Anything beyond that requires a personal permission. Okay, that's what I'm taking from all these First Amendment videos.